Alright, I have an urge. I had an urge to explore what's going on. It's like, if this doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will. YouTube is about to, you know, twist things in subscription list. Obviously, you probably have heard of that already. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, you know that stuff is happening. That our free speech is being taken away. And again, this is connected. The way this works, it has to be connected, right? The way YouTube works and the way things are going in UK has to be connected. Now, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't really keep track of the stories, but what God rules is saying here is that people get arrested for talking about certain topics and doing certain things, which is kind of awkward. So my question is, how do you protect yourself from this? Because there's a very simple solution, apparently. All you need to do is not protest, because protests are worthless. Like, a lot of people gathered to kind of protest the wrongful arrest. But if authority knows what its plan is, the plan of action, they're not going to be scared of protests whatsoever. Because, first of all, you kind of understand how worthless they are. If you're not going to change your mind, and if you have been offended in general by hate speech as authority member, you have just enough power to shut things down, right? And that's rightfully so. That is rightfully so, but you have to be careful not to make sure that the stories don't get leaked, that information doesn't get pure enough, organized enough. And I think that's all the conspiracy theorists have to figure out, is how to organize their content. In a way, I'm doing exactly that. I think what would be the hardest thing to shut down? What would be the hardest thing to hide from people? I would say it's a documentary or a series. You have to do this. You cannot clickbait anymore. Like this, right? This will be shut down. This is easy to shut down. So even though God Rules is trying to be careful here, I don't think it's going to work out, because he doesn't have a series. He doesn't have a story to tell. Everything has to be carefully organized. There is no longer a time when you can be conspiracy theorist and you can like to talk about like flat earth. Just like to. Oh, I like the concept of flat earth. And how it changes things in the world. How it makes you look from another perspective. But you can't talk about it because you don't actually know. You have to want to talk about something. Right? You have to collect a desire to talk about something. So I encourage to protect yourself against this, what I call centralism. You have these private companies, you have governments who have provided a platform for people to be in, but they now are strictening the rules a little bit. They're putting more and more regulations to try and stop people from behaving a certain way, right? For trying, in YouTube's case, if you just simply don't get monetized, obviously. You don't get popularity, you don't get interest by using YouTube, so you have to go to another platform. The only other platform exists is DTube, I believe. Is the only thing that doesn't shut anyone down. So I'm gonna move there eventually. But only when I'm gonna start to get a threat of shutting down or whatever. I'm gonna move there. Until then, I have an ability to create a story. And when the government or any authority touches me and tries to delete one video from the series, well, they cannot do that because it's still very obvious. Everything is very listed and organized. You cannot delete just one video. You have to delete the entire series, and that in of itself, as I'm touching different topics, why would you delete everything? And why would you delete that one video? It creates a question. Same goes for a documentary, simply because sometimes you don't watch the entire documentary in one run. But it's also memorable, right? So people can check, people can share, people get comments about a specific documentary and they bring it up back, and you cannot easily delete documentary either. So this is the way to go if you want to protect your channel and you want to still climb on YouTube, right? Because this is something that is going to be the hardest to shut down. And when they try to do that, you're going to get all the fame and they're going to be left, you know, disappointed because they try to do something that they cannot actually achieve. Another thing to take out is that if authority wrongfully arrests people, it is losing authority, right? It is really important why people are getting arrested, because everyone else is going to get scared. The protests might be useless in and of themselves, but they do have an impact to other people. They don't have much impact to the authority. They have a lot of impact to the other people. And I would encourage, if you still believe in protest and you want to participate, all you want to do is try to connect with people. This is the most important part, because you have to find worth in something that is completely worthless. It's your responsibility to find worth. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time and wasting everyone else's time who would start to believe that this is an important thing, that what you're creating is an important thing. It's a pool of people that gather around, and it's very powerful potentially, but at the same time it's pretty much worthless. And you have to really make a difference here to not make it worthless. I do believe that's about it. I was also kind of searching this up on YouTube. I believe it's deleted again, as the entire Eric DeBase channel was deleted, but he kind of brought it up because it's hard to delete the entire channel. Like, seriously, what are you doing? People are saving the videos, people are protecting these channels, conspiracy channels, so deleting a channel is not gonna solve too much. A person can just bring back the channel. Obviously, if you automatically delete, that is a completely different thing. Like, it is gonna screw up the website so badly. We're gonna move on to the other platforms very easily, and YouTube is just gonna self-destruct at that point. If they prevent people from doing something and it automatically deletes channels, like, that's it. Because they cannot properly optimize their algorithm. And if you cannot properly optimize authority and you arrest people randomly, pretty much, that is goddamn scary. That can mess up everything, right? You have to be very careful how you use authority, and we just cannot do it these days. The next word I'm going to talk about is going to be about modern socialism. I think it's where we're going to go, how we're going to evolve. Because we do live in a cyclic way, but simply because we're growing, right? So maybe it was easy to live in a socialism. Maybe next we move on to communism, capitalism. Now we live in centralism. And so the next obvious step is to rotate by combining two things together. So socialism and communism. If we can combine these, I'm not exactly sure what communism is or like what socialism is. These are very vague terms. They don't really describe very well of what the system is supposed to work as. But what I believe to be happening, because these terms are so popular, you can just simply flip them up and say, well, it's about social good, a society, right, and a community coming together and providing to everyone who has a specific rank. And you have to hold that rank, right? You constantly go down in a rank, but you have to keep on proving your self-worth to other people. And other people can say that, yeah, this guy definitely deserves to be around because we need this guy. I think that's what is lacking in workplaces is self-esteem, right? That you are a part of something that is meaningful, and you are being held in a certain self-esteem as well by other people, that people respect you. People are so addicted to likes on social media, and this is how we're going to achieve this. This is how we're going to embrace that addiction into something meaningful as well. And see how it works? You just take something that happens and you make it blossom, right? Embrace that stuff. So this is what I encourage you guys to think about. And also, when you want to think about hate speech, you can think about it as flat earth speech. It's about talking about a conspiracy that you don't really know much about. I think Shane Dawson does a very good job of talking about things that he's fairly sure of. He doesn't really make videos like that anymore. But he did plenty of conspiracy videos. It didn't really went to flat earth yet, so I'm kind of disappointed. But in a way, I understand that he doesn't have compelling information to present to people where it's like, wow, this could be a huge thing, right? So anyways, I believe I made a pretty good point of how to deal with this centralism thing, which is going to fade out into this modern socialism, what I call it. And I'm going to talk about this on the next video. So, to protect yourself against wind, you have to become strong and organized. You must not allow yourself to just be a part of a protest. But you have the responsibility to want things in life. To want it so badly that you organize them. You do not let them go. Right? As they say. This is the mindset you need to have to survive. See you guys next time.